Sean Moore reporting for sportsandmore.com from the Halifax waterfront, joined by International Scouting Services Chris Mooring, talking about the 2016 Quebec Major Junior Hockey League draft coming up in Charlottetown on June the 4th. And Chris, Halifax Mooseheads have the first selection, the first overall, thanks to a coin toss. Do you have a sense as to who they will take with that first overall pick? The general consensus is it's either Giroux or McIsaac.
I think it'll likely be McIsaac, the defenseman out of Cole Harbour. He's an attractive package of skill and size and defensive game. He's likely a type of player that doesn't come along very often, or he is a type of player that doesn't come along very often, and it's a player that the team can build around.
If he is the first Atlantic Canadian taken, I get the sense that there are perhaps a few more that'll go in that first round.
Yeah, I like. There's a few guys from Atlantics that are likely to go in the first round. Our guy that we see as the second Atlantic kid is Andrew Coxhead. He's a kid playing with Dartmouth. Great size, 200-foot type. See him as a playmaker. Great hands. Competes. There's really not much to dislike about him. He's a top 10 pick. As well as Anderson McDonald. He's a kid out of St. John, New Brunswick. He's also a top 10 pick. Has size, good skater, strong skater, goal scorer. It's going to be an interesting draft for those three guys. I think there's a good chance all three of them are going to be high picks.
Of course, McDonald helping the Vitoes to a silver medal at the 2016 TELUS Cup. The Vitoes, the hosts. But I get the sense that Coxhead could have a couple of line mates being taken not long after he's selected.
Yeah, there's two kids that played on Coxhead's line, Henman and McKinnon. Both kids are very talented. McKinnon is a smaller player, great skill set. We call him a small playmaker. Has the potential to be a top line player in the queue with power play time, and he will be a really good 19, 20-year-old in the league. He's dynamic in his offensive ability. Hedman's a little bit different of a player. He's a competitor, kind of average size center. Plays a really good 200-foot game. Has offense to go along with the defensive game. Great shot. Really think his shot is underrated. I see him probably sliding into the second round, but he's the kind of guy that projects as a second-line center in the league. A comparison that I use for him is a kid that used to play in Cape Breton, Chris Culligan, I should say.
Chris Culligan, remember him well. Let's talk about the defenseman in Prince Edward Island, from Prince Edward Island, although this past season was overseas, but pretty high regards for Dobson.
Yeah, I like the kid. I've been watching him since Bantam. Actually, he was probably a peewee age the first time I saw him, but he's grown over the last little while. He's got some decent size. He needs to fill out the frame, but he's grown in height. He's a very good offensive player. He's got some good D in his game as well. Mobile, good skill set. He was their captain of the PEI under 15 team, and he's grown as a player over the last few years, and should be a first round pick, I believe, as well.
Chris, what other D do you see going? I know that there's the Halifax Max have a defenseman Baker, and of course going back to Dartmouth again, Dillabatore.
I see Dillabatore likely as a second round pick. I don't know. He's talking about going to school, so that'll scare some teams off. He could be a first rounder. He's got that skill set, and I think the upside to be a top two player in the queue, top two line defenseman in the queue. So, and a quarterback, power play quarterback. So I think he's definitely got the upside to be a first round pick. I think most teams might be scared away by the college commitments, but he's a good player. Baker I see as kind of a two-way defenseman. Has some offense in his game as well, but mainly a defensive type. Both very good players, both likely top 2 round picks.
Finally, to the goaltenders, who out of Atlantic Canada do you see? There are a handful you'll see going in the first 3-5 rounds.
Yeah, there's 3 guys in particular that I think will go top 3 rounds. There's a kid out of Pictou, Colton Ellis, very very good technique and skill and quickness in his game, and really a very solid type defense or goaltender. The only maybe downside is a little bit of size that he doesn't have, but I think he's going to be a very good number 1 goaltender in the league. Just has all the other tools to be a guy that can make a difference in the between the pipes. There's also a couple of larger kids that are out there. Alec Mcdonald, he's a kid that played prep school this year, but very very good, very quick, good size, has good technique as well. Kid that's going to develop, I think, into another number 1 goaltender. And then the third guy is Lucas Fitzpatrick, played in Cole Harbour. Him and his teammate Walford both will be drafted, I think, this year, top 5 rounds, with I think Fitzpatrick having a little bit more upside. But he's a big kid, moves well, good technique, should be a number 1 as well in the future in the queue.